Another good question. I think that's a bit one of those like questions like who would win in a fight, like a bear or a lion. I think it's actually a question that there isn't going to be a winner of the two. What you're going to see is the two come closer together. For example, social's more integrated in search. It's a bigger influencer on search results, and you'll see searching more involved in social media. To give you an example, the search facility in LinkedIn, it's really important, although it's a social media element, to have actually optimized your LinkedIn profile for search. So just another example how the two work together.
Actually, it's far too early to say whether social is going to be the big sort of search killer. From what we've seen within our data at the moment, search is one of the sort of the biggest industries online, and it's certainly one of the it is the biggest driver of traffic online in the UK. So roughly 35 to 40% of all traffic coming to websites in the UK is coming from a search engine, and that's going to be a very hard thing for social to erode. Of course, social media is massive, and it's the thing which people spend most of their time online. About a quarter of all time spent online is on social media websites, but I think it will take quite a long time before they can sort of get rid of the place which search has in the online industry. And in fact, there's nothing to suggest that the two can't continue to coexist.
Oh yeah, you see, social media, people are always going to reach out to their followers. They're always going to reach out to the Facebook friends to ask them a question like best restaurant, health advice. But personally, if you're looking for facts, I think that Google is always your safest bet, because you're going to get a truthful and honest answer rather than someone else's opinion.
No, I think their role will become more prominent, but I think Google is God, and probably, quite frankly, always will be.
I don't think so. I think they will work very well hand in hand. There may be something that comes up in the social side of things that does more Google for specific social needs instead of just worldwide. You know, across the top of Google you see news and images. There may be something there that says social.
Well, I think search is about people looking for things. Google became a destination website in its own right, providing a search service. However, things like Facebook, platforms like Facebook, are where people actually congregate. Therefore, integrating other functions and features into Facebook may help them grow and develop faster.
It's an interesting question. I mean, Google's obviously been a dominant power for so long now within the search engine areas. You know, you've got many search engines out there. Yahoo used to be the major search engine, then Google took over from that. Do we see social networking sites like Facebook having to evolve to meet their sort of financial requirements for shareholders of becoming a search engine? These are things, again, we'll have to see. Is Facebook going to change its direction a little bit as becoming a social media platform as well as a dominant search engine within the market? My personal opinion is Google's got quite a good stronghold in the back end with regard to its keywords. It's got a fantastic keyword searching tool, so it does become very dominant in that particular area. And Bing
I think social media has its place, and I think they'll start to work together more, because the way that it's shifting now is about referrals. You think about something like Google+, you look at a website and look at the search engine results page and see that 7 of your friends have +1 this page, you're more likely going to click on it. So I think it's going to become an amalgamation rather than something taking over from the other.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they can help bubble relevant content to the top for topics of the day. When you're searching news, that could be important, but I think for most searches in general, the current methods work fine.
Well, I think it's really important for Google to start integrating these into their own platform. I mean, when Google and Twitter had that real-time search loading, that was fantastic. The fact that they've cancelled that so suddenly seems to be quite strange. I don't think it's ever going to kill search engines, because ultimately people are quite savvy to what they actually want to see, and quite often they'll search on Facebook for something really particular, not just a general search. But Google has to start realising that actually, if you keep shunning out all these social media platforms and just push Google Plus Your World, which has less than 10 active users on it, then actually you're not going to be able to start getting these additional searches, and they may start to suffer from it.